Hi. Okay, so people have asked me to do a video about what I'm working on, this clutch in the Mini Cooper. I got the transmission out of the car today. This is day number 3, and it took me from 8:30 this morning till 12:30 in the afternoon to get this whole thing out. That's the transmission. This is where the clutch goes. I've already sprayed some cleaner in there. It was pretty black from combination of oil and wear on the plates of the clutch. I took the flywheel off. This is the flywheel. The starter engages the flywheel, and it sits on the end of the crankshaft. This is the crankshaft, and it bolts onto the end of that. I'm going to replace this seal. It's called the rear main seal. They have a tendency to leak after many years, and this is 178,000 miles. So you can see down at the bottom, possibly, a little leak going on. I'm not used to this filming thing. So while I'm here, after all that work, this is what you'd have to go through just to change that rubber seal. So I have a new one. Let's talk about the clutch for a moment. If you don't know how a clutch works, it spins and has what's called a pressure plate. This is the pressure plate, and on each side of the pressure plate, it's sort of like sandpaper. It's kind of works a lot like brakes work. Brake pads are the rough, I guess, the abrasive piece that grips the smooth rotor of the brake and stops the car. In this case, what happens is you have a spinning crankshaft, which is has attached to it a flywheel that the starter engages. That's how the starter works. It gets into these teeth and turns the engine over. But on this side, I got to clean it up, but this would be the shiny side, sort of like a brake rotor. And then on the other end, inside the clutch housing, there is yet another, what's supposed to be a smooth, shiny piece. And this abrasive wheel sits between them and connects the two. So as one spins, then it spins this abrasive clutch pad, and then that connects to the other end of the clutch, and that connects to the transmission. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. Here's the new clutch. You can see the difference. This wheel, the old one, the abrasion, it's worn smooth, it's black, it's not doing anything. That's what was causing slippage. It needs to contact this smooth surface and grip it on both sides. And then when I push on the clutch pedal, when you push on the clutch pedal, it pulls out. Sometimes it's a fork. In this case, it's a bar. And on that bar, you can see sliding is a bearing. So this bearing is called a release bearing or throw-out bearing. You've got a spinning engine, spinning clutch plates, spinning transmission. When you're shifting upward, you might be at 5,000-6,000 RPM, and then you all of a sudden push in the clutch. And when you push in the clutch into spinning objects, you've got to have this bearing to spin with it to keep everything moving smoothly. And I just replaced that. So I will be replacing this main seal this afternoon. I have a new one. Sorry about the filming. I'm not used to this, and I'm working by myself in this garage. There's my new seal. That will go in there, and then I'll put the flywheel back on, and I'll put the new clutch on, and then I'll, oh my God, wrestle the transmission housing back into place. I may not even get to that today. I'm exhausted, and might have to do just a little bit today. I'm retired. I can do it every day of the week if I need to. But you can definitely see the difference. This clutch plate, the old one, shiny and smooth, no longer gripping, and that's what caused slippage. So when I was accelerating, especially in a higher gear, it wouldn't accelerate. You can watch your tachometer spin upward, but your car's not going faster. And eventually it would stop working altogether, and then you're dead in the water. So that's a new clutch. This is the outside of it. It will go on the engine like that. And the old one is just filthy and dirty, glazed where it's not supposed to be glazed, and dirty where it's not supposed to be dirty. There's the old throwout bearing. There was nothing wrong with that bearing, but obviously you replace everything when you're in here. So I will take a break. I'm going to eat lunch. I've got to go to the store. I need some things, and I'm going to come back and probably remove this main seal and put the new one in, clean up the rotors, and put everything back together, at least that far. Okay, bye.